What's up, y'all? We back at it, man. And Core 3 of Bleach 1000-Year Blood War has just wrapped up. They dropped 2 episodes today, episode 39, episode 40. Both of them were bangers. The only thing I will say, my biggest gripe is, and they do that at the end of every core, where the last 5 to 10 minutes is like, I guess, like a gag portion they choose to add to the series. This time they had the guy named Askin, you know, the guy who talks about fate and stuff. He was just pretty much doing a little talk. I know one core at the end they used Cone, and I can't remember who they used in the season after that, the core before that. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, they chose to do that. That's my only gripe about, you know, the finale for Core 3 as well as the other cores. But I like the fact that we got some anime only stuff in this episode as well. A lot of the stuff that happened with Ichigo as well as, you know, Uryu, you know, a lot of that stuff was anime only to a certain extent. Like, it was like anime only and then manga stuff mixed together. So I like the way they've been doing that. I've been hearing rumors that Core 4, I'm about to say season 4, but Core 4 is going to have a lot of anime only episodes. So I'm excited for that. But if you want to check these episodes out in the manga to find out what chapters actually refer to this, it's chapters 654 through 658. Granted, it's not in the same order because like the manga like goes between two different battles at the same time. The anime seems to focus at one point and then switch to another point. So that's the only difference, but it is the same material in case y'all want to go check it out in the manga. But yo, I like this episode. The stuff with Jugo and Uryu, I don't know. I thought that was amazing, man. We find out your boy, you know, Jugo, he's able to use the power of Yuba whenever Yuba is sleeping, and we have it where, you know, the girls, they go after him. What's it, Lampert, and the other girls, they go after, you know, Yuba to try to take him down. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. It's one thing, his name is the hardest name in all of anime and manga. But yeah, you have it where the girls go to take him on, and then it just jumps to them being dead, and, you know, or dying, saying like, yo, we thought you were supposed to be asleep because Yuba is supposed to be sleeping. And my whole thing about that is, I wanted them to show us what actually happened. Now, I know it's a lot of other stuff people would rather see the details on as far as this series that we didn't get in the manga, but that's one thing I wanted to actually see. What happened to these girls? How were they taken out? You know, you just see them all, like most of them are gone, and Lampert is the last one to fall, and then that's pretty much the end of it. And then we have it where we get another confrontation between, you know what I'm saying, your boy Uryu and Ichigo. Gotta love it. While that's going on, you got it where the rest of the Soul Society, the rest of the captains that invaded this area, they're about to face off against your boy Bakuri. And man, boy, Byakuya, he was kind of ruthless in this moment right here. Like, you have it where he takes him down, knocks him to the ground, and he's like, yo, I'm about to get up and I'm gonna finish you guys off. But you have it where Byakuya is just like, nah, bro, that's not gonna be the case. He started instantly trying to kill this guy. And then while that's going on, you got Askin facing off against Yoruichi. And that was just a dope moment as well. Like, her popping up, hitting this guy. We finding out a little bit more of his powers. Like, her just using her abilities, like ripping. I just love the effects when she used her power to close rip off and she about to go in. But you have it where you find out a little bit more about his powers, where, you know, whenever he takes something, he's able, if he absorbs enough of it, he's able to make it lethal to his opponent. So like when it comes to Ichigo and them, he made the reishi lethal that they were breathing in, and these guys were struggling, having a hard time moving around because the reishi around them is lethal, and he can actually control the dose of it, like how lethal it is. And you see where Yoruichi, she found a way around it. She's just not touching the area. But then you have it where if you attack him, he can make that attack that he gets hit with, he can make it where he can control the lethalness of that as well. So eventually he gets to the point where Yoruichi attacks doesn't really affect him. This is the part I was talking about earlier, where your boy Byakuya he gets kind of ruthless and he kills this guy. Like it was pretty, it was pretty bad, man. You have it where Renji's like, yo, why are you doing this? And he's like, yo, it's the way it has to be. It's the way it has to be. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of this. We also get to see Yoruichi brother And man, he actually goes in this episode. You have it where he actually attacks Askin and he beats the crap out of him. Like, I mean, when I say he beats the crap out of him, he's like, yo, you're a kid. Like, holy cow, like, you're pretty strong. What's going on? Let me see if I can find the exact moment. Yeah, this is right here. He just starts, yo, look at this, yo. He looks like a cold version, like, compared to what he normally looks like. He normally looks goofy and kiddie, but you got it where he just starts beating the crap out of Askin. Like, yo. And you got him with like, yo, this kid is super strong. But that's all we pretty much get in this episode. We got it where, you know, Askin, he gets up, he's about to start the battle. You got it where Valkyrie, he gets back up as well, also known as the Miracle. You got it where he's about to face off against all the captain. He grows real big. And then that's all we get in episode 39. But then we have it where episode 40, you pretty much have it where Ichigo and Uryu, they kind of face off with one another, and we find out a little bit more about Uryu past, about how his mom went away, passed away, as well as Ichigo mom. It was only natural that Uryu mom would pass away the same way once we found out in the earlier course what happened with Ichigo mom. But you got it where we find out Uryu this whole time was trying to find a way to take out Yuba, just because what happened with him and his mom falling to the ground, being, Hirashi being absorbed by him when the ritual was going on. You see that the book the grandfather wrote actually says, how Yuba would never forgive anyone who was against the Quincy's, and if he does come to this world, they're gonna have to try to find a way to stop him. Now, I hope we get a flashback in Core 4. Maybe we did and I just can't remember, but I hope we get a flashback in Core 4 pretty much explaining everything that happened with the downfall of, not with the downfall, but how, Uryu's father and grandfather survived this situation. Of course, we know how Uryu survived. Somehow, he's special, whatever the case may be, but it did seem like he was affected once this happened in the past. So I'm very curious what actually happened, and hopefully we'll find out in the future. But we also have this moment where, Uryu actually explains that to Ichigo and tells him like, yo, you guys need to leave. You need to get out of here. Save yourselves. That's when you have it where Jugo comes and says like, yo, I knew this would happen, because of course Jugo has the powers of Yuba while Yuba is sleeping. I explained that earlier in the video. And you have it where he's like, yo, we're gonna get out. I'm gonna stop you. I already destroyed the gate. Your friends can't go back to the living world. This is where you end. And he's about to face off against Uryu. And then you got it where Ichigo is heading towards Yuba. And they pretty much that's all we get in the season finale for this episode. Like I said, I think episode 39 was better than episode 40, but it still was a really great episode, really setting up to what Core 4 is going to be and what Core 4 is actually going to, be about. But like I said, I've heard we're going to get a lot of anime only episodes, but I hope with the success that we've been getting with Bleach and all its cores, I really hope they do choose to do the Hell arc. That's just what I'm hoping for, but I could be wrong. But let me know down below, for those who have watched this episode, how do y'all feel? We actually got some great moments in this episode now that I think about it. We got to see Aizen. I don't know, I can't remember what point in time it was. We got to see Aizen for a little bit. And we also got to see the guy who has the numbers, the sword, the Sanbok toe that looks like a 7. So yeah, right in this moment right here, you have it where old boy comes back alive. I believe his name is Lily, the one who was facing off against Sensui. But we have it right here where old boy comes back. You see him standing here. That shit was cold. That shit was cold, man. I don't know how the heck he's still alive. I can't remember everything because it's been a long time. But yeah, I can't remember how he's still alive. But yo, it was a dope to see this moment right here. I always thought this was a cold panel in the manga, and it's crazy because he's one of those characters where I think his ability is dope, but I never really liked him. But there's times where they have him do stuff where I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is one of his toughest scenes, and the scene where he faced off against the crow or the bird, like a Rancor, and he took the head off. Those were probably his best moments in my opinion. But let me know y'all thoughts on the season finale, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.